And we are live. Welcome, everybody. This is the SuperBoss Podcast. It's just three friends talking about mostly video game stuff, but we're all nerds, so it's mainly nerd stuff. I'm one of your hosts, Luc Tran. I've got Ian Eatwell,
Hey,
and I've got Harrison Ngo with me as well.
what's up?
And right now, we're doing what we want to consider the SuperBoss pre-show, where really we just talk about what we've been playing lately or any cool, interesting news we've heard. And I'll be starting off because I think most people around probably the US have Animal Crossing New Horizon now. And me and my girlfriend have been playing it, and it's really fun. And I know Harrison and his girlfriend also got it. So, what have you guys been up to in Animal Crossing?
So it's really dope. It's really different in that when you like coming from other games, like I think Stardew, you're right, like the days just kind of go right. I'm used to like
Yeah.
certain games where like the days just keep going. It's I can play multiple days in a certain play
Yeah.
session. Going back to Animal Crossing is like back to you were playing real time.
I completely forgot how time gated Animal
Yeah,
Crossing was because
right.
when I was first playing, I was just waiting for stuff to do. And Nook was like, "Yeah, we'll have your house built tomorrow." I was like, "Okay, I'll just sleep in my tent." And I went to go
And then
lie down in the tent, and I didn't go to sleep. And my girlfriend looks at me, and is like, "Yeah, you have to wait until tomorrow to play."
yeah, it's a
Whoa,
slow
what?
grind. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Like
did you
like
ever
the
play the original Animal
actual
Crossing? You have to wait in real life until the next day happens.
yeah.
Because
uh
did you ever play Animal Crossing on the
I
GameCube, the original one?
yes, yeah.
Yeah,
That was not like that.
It was. No, it was.
yeah, it
It's
was.
just I forgot. I actually forgot that that's
It's
how it
been so
worked.
long.
I
Because you
don't
remember,
remember
I
that.
mean, it came out 2002. I'm pretty
if
sure.
if time went by in real life and you just didn't play in the game, people would, in the game would react like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in 2 months."
And
Yeah,
it's
that's
real. Yeah.
And yeah, you couldn't
I
just
remember that
skip
because
time in
then
the game.
because then weeds would grow and
Yeah,
shit,
you
and
had
you'd
to
have to
clean your entire village again. But yeah,
maybe
that's
I don't know. I don't know
it's
why.
it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But I think I remember when the first Animal Crossing came out, it was a conscientious decision because they didn't want people binging the game.
Mhm.
But
Mm.
now that enough days have passed where um, things have been built, there's more stuff to do instead of like in the first day, it was just shaking trees looking for sticks just to pick up sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you can go explore, you can build furniture. There's a little more things to. We're still in the very early game, but
Wait, did y'all start on day one or technically Friday as your day one?
yeah,
Okay. So because I had work and then I right when I got off, I had to go for my brother's birthday and all that. So the moment I got home, I was, oh, I should play Animal Crossing. But then we started playing Destiny. So
yeah,
technically I didn't even get to play it all until after we got off with the raid. So I
yeah.
started playing a little bit. So I did as much as I could, but I fell asleep. So I didn't actually get to do day one stuff until the
Yeah,
next day.
it's nice because another thing I kind of forgot about is if the the game is on one console, there's only the one in this game, the island. So when my girlfriend was playing first, and I was like, "Oh, I'll just I'll play on my own," and I loaded up my account on the Switch, and I was like,
Mhm.
"Welcome to Loop Zoop Island." I was
Oh,
like, "I guess
really?
I go." Yeah, it's just the one island, so I didn't have to wait around and do stuff.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that was the case. I thought each
Yeah.
profile would get to have its own
You
save.
see, I thought that too, and then I remember in the original Animal Crossing, my brother, me, and my sister, we all had 3 houses in the same town. So I
You're
just,
right.
I
That is
completely
the
forgot.
case.
Because they had it was like a little
Little
square, and then you
square.
had four houses in each
Yeah,
corner.
Right.
yeah,
That's what it was. Holy shit. Oh, that makes sense because I do remember this.
Yeah.
Like my brother, yeah, it was like me. I had one corner, then he had the other. Okay, now it's coming
but
back. That's
it's
true.
been pretty fun. Just kind of
Nice.
mainly I've been watching my girlfriend play, but it's very nice to just it's fun just to watch.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's like I know for me, I started doing things late. So I was doing exactly what you're talking about, like just gathering branches, like getting. I'm trying to remember now. It's a blur of what I had in the beginning. I think I had yeah. It's like you get an axe and um, I think a fishing
It's,
rod and net
yeah,
and
your axe,
everything.
your shovel, and your fishing
Yeah.
rod.
No, I didn't get the shovel till today, technically.
Uh,
But because my girlfriend was working on all that stuff, she traveled to my island and she actually made all the stuff already and just dropped it off.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know
That's
we
pretty
didn't know
smart.
yeah, we didn't know we could do that, so we're just trying it out. We're like, "Fuck it, why not?" And she did, so she gave me the vault or the pole vaulting thing, and I was able to do all that, like, before technically I'm supposed
Before
to,
you're
so it was
supposed to.
yeah, which is cool. I was like, "Okay, this is actually a cool idea that you can do," but
Did
Were you
does
or
the
your girlfriend
Switch
thinking about it?
Hmm?
Were
what?
you and your girlfriend thinking about getting it, Ian?
I mean I don't have a Switch, and neither does she.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
That
I
is
keep
valid.
On the Switch, can you change the like system clock like you could in GameCube?
No, you or
No, you can change the
you
system
can.
clock.
I don't remember if that I remember they were trying to prevent that in this game.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that
don't
feels
know.
bad.
I mean, see, that's where like
Because that was fun. You could make it like Christmas all the time in the GameCube version. It's
Yeah, but
great.
I think the thing is they actually wanna make events now, like,
yeah,
since it's
they want
online.
the game to be
Oh,
pretty organic.
they're
And
gonna
Yeah,
be like,
it's
yeah,
that line of thinking I think is really cool, but
it does take away
Animal
from,
Crossing
like
is
yeah.
definitely meant for not super hardcore. I'm gonna min max this life sim game.
yeah. Oh
And
yeah,
I think that's
100%.
why one, it's just a really successful franchise, but two, especially in like the climate right now where everybody's quarantined,
Mhm.
it's
Swears.
nice to just play the game and then like, oh, like the game is soft locking me by, hey, nothing's really gonna happen till tomorrow, so I can stop.
Yeah,
Mm.
And
yeah,
it's not like most of the games we play where keep playing. We gotta endlessly grind for more stuff. The game is pretty well designed to tell you without telling you, you should probably take a break. And I think
yeah.
that's like another nice thing.
I think yeah, that was nice because it was like I think, and it of course, it's up to you on, like, how much you wanna just do in the game because I know I
Yeah,
saw
because
my
you can still run around and pick up sticks.
yeah, because like, my
But
girlfriend was like for hours, I noticed, like, she was actually doing stuff, and I was like, "Wait." When I did it, I played it differently where I'm like, "Okay, I'll do this much, and I'm pretty much done probably for today since there's not much. Or maybe it's just because it's early on, and then maybe later on there's gonna be more stuff to do.
yeah,
I
there's
haven't
definitely
looked
more
into it.
stuff to do
Yeah.
once things open up. But I think it's really good about being a casual game in like the best way
Mhm.
possible. Because not
Yeah.
even there are other games kind of like in the same line of
Yeah.
Animal Crossing, like we said, Stardew Valley, where you
Mhm.
could like maybe think of The Sims,
Yeah.
but there's always more to play. And then Animal
Right.
Crossing is like, oh, like this game will still be here. We follow you
Mhm.
real life time, and
Yeah.
it's okay to stop playing. And I think
Mhm.
for a lot of people who don't spend a lot of time playing video games, it's really
It's
nice because they
it's
can
really nice.
fulfill like, oh, I have my list of things I want to do today, and then I'm done,
Mhm.
and I can just that's it. And it's really good design.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I mean, even with that, I'm still having a lot of fun, and I think it's actually to me like even though like yeah, I didn't realize how much time gated content there was, but technically, I think that's fine. And then I want to see how they do because they did bring up they want to like incorporate actual seasonal events like when it's
Yeah, like when
Christmas, they're
Christmas
probably
happens, they'll have Christmas.
yeah Christmas items, and it'll probably be like for that year. Who knows if they want to change it up the next year? It's kind of like how things are now, so I want to see how they adapt to it. Um, and then actually, just another thing, have you guys ever played the other Animal Crossing, like any of the games in
No,
between?
I actually no.
I've only done the online, or not the, well, of course it was online, but the phone game,
Oh, the phone game. Yeah,
camping
yeah.
one.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't played any of the other ones either. Just because they were all like on the I think DS mostly.
Mhm.
Um, I'm trying to think. I
Yeah,
think they
they
did
went
have one
to
of the
handheld
I
pretty
think they
quickly.
most yeah, I think they did, and I didn't have any of those, and it was so like my girlfriend had I think New Leaf, and she said it was still really fun, and I know a lot of my other friends had it too. They're like, "That was probably one of the best ones at the time." And then now with this one, it's just like it's just still super different, so it's still a nice change. But even for me, I guess even for, like, coming from me that never played Animal Crossing since the original, I guess some people still enjoy it, even though, like, they've played other iterations. So I
Mhm.
think that's a really good thing too.
Yeah.
Um, and I think
I
what
mean,
I found mhm.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, what I found really fun was, like, they have Nook Miles now. So that's, like, the quote, unquote, like, I guess, mi missions or what would it be? Like, like, the daily bounties in, Destiny? It's kind of
Yep.
like that. It's kind of like that, except it's not. It's for a lot of different things. So it's not going to change out daily. It's just going to be like a thing where you try to meet goals. Like, oh, I fished. I got 5 or 10 fish. I've caught 10 fish. And then the
Mm.
next goal would be like catch like I think 100 or something like that. But it's like you
Oh,
slowly do that, but you'll get rewards or a higher
yeah.
amount of rewards, and you can trade that in for certain things. And
So
then
kind of
there's
like
also money. But then
kind of
there's
more like
also
triumphs. Like
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
triumphs in Destiny. Because
Ex-
they did that in the campsite one too.
mhm. Oh, that's true. Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's essentially that. And then there's also crafting now. I don't think not playing the other ones. I believe crafting's new in this one.
Mm.
So even there, like the fact that you have to craft stuff, I think that's also a nice change because it's like, oh, now I have to actually like worry about like if my items are good or you can make it better. It
Mhm.
does do they do your tools do break. So like but I don't think it breaks as off. It doesn't feel as often, so it's not as super impeding right now. So
Mhm.
like you can be chopping down tree or chopping at trees for a good while, and then it'll break depending on your usage. Or you can like upgrade that later when you get better materials to make a better tool or an
Mm.
upgraded version of that. So there's like nice changes where I'm like, okay, this is a lot more fun.
Mhm. Sick.
But yeah.
What about you, Ian? Are you playing anything new lately?
Uh, I've started playing Monster Hunter. I can't
Yeah, I
remember
know
if I
you've
said
gotten
that
pretty
already.
pretty deep into
Super
playing
deep.
Monster Hunter. So
Yeah, that's Iceborne's just it's really fun. It's pretty difficult getting back into it, but I'm getting there. I just slew the Galvanist today and the the Booger Boy. I don't know. I forgot what his name is,
Fulgur
but
Engine,
huh?
the one that like sneezes everywhere.
Oh no! The one that has like a green mucus horn that like explodes,
Oh.
and he like punches
Oh
the ground
yeah,
with his booger
Brachydios. I
fist.
was like,
Yeah,
mucus.
yeah.
Yeah,
They call it
Brachydios.
slime. I
That
just think he's a booger boy. He like eats them too. Like he gets them on his fist, and then he like eats his slime.
I don't want to nerd out about monster etymology, so I'm not going to correct you. But you were wrong.
He's a booger
Completely
boy.
incorrect, by the way.
Super booger boy, and he leaves it all over the ground. But yeah, I slew him today too. Um, but yeah, it's fun. It's the complete opposite of uh
The other games you've been playing.
no, I was gonna say it's the complete opposite of Animal Crossing, where it's like you should keep playing this, even though you haven't had dinner yet or
That
slept
is
for like
that
6 hours.
I mean, I remember like I was playing something else and I saw you guys like on for like or at least Luke. I think Ian joined on later, but I know Luke and one of our friends, Catherine, was like playing for hours. And I was like,
Yeah,
holy shit.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it was funny because I was playing. I think it was 1 a.m. last night, and I was
Oh,
playing, and I was
Oh,
like, okay, I'm gonna play for a little longer, then I'll go to bed. And
oh.
I did. I kept losing because I was doing the new siege hunt,
Hmm.
and I just like, okay, I just need like 3 more parts. Just like I just need to wait.
3 more parts.
And next thing I know, I check and it's 3 a.m.
Holy
and
shit.
I just think to myself, I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed right now. So I just love. Yeah, I
right
sunk
now.
2 hours for no reason.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
insane. That's dope though. I remember because the siege is essentially like a raid type thing, right?
it's the closest thing to a Monster Hunter raid.
Okay.
It's not super intricate like you would expect of most raids, but for monster in terms of Monster Hunter, it's relatively complex.
Yeah. Like it's got more mechanics probably
Yeah,
comparatively. Okay. Because I know there's the other one. There's one from the base game that you guys were like, oh, it's like
yeah,
it was like
Cold
the golden
Tear
one. Yeah, cool Tarot. I think that was the one that everyone's like, oh, that's super hard. Or you guys just because you guys
Um,
kept talking about it. I don't remember
it's a
why.
little more complex in a different way, but it
Okay.
boiling it down, it's relatively easy. It's a different kind of fight.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, so Luke, you finished that game, right?
Uh,
Or
y-
this
I have
main
beaten
story?
the story.
Yeah.
Sort
Because
of.
I know that you
Yes.
can go beyond that. Yes.
I've beaten like the core story.
Yeah.
There's post game story I haven't really touched on.
Oh, okay.
Ian is still in the core story.
Yeah. How far is that? I'm just curious if you know. Is that
Like,
like
how
half?
far am I
Yeah, is that like
through?
half?
He's still got a bit to go.
I imagine I'm only in like the first third.
He's close to maybe like halfway done,
Oh,
but
okay.
he's
Okay.
not exactly halfway yet.
Nice. Damn. That's fun. Shit.
But in addition to what we've been playing so far, is there any like new things you're looking forward to or new things you've heard? Because honestly, I really haven't. I think most things are pretty slow right now.
Yeah, considering
Um,
everyone's
considering
quarantine.
what's been going on,
Yeah.
like really, I know Steam numbers are up the biggest they've been,
Yeah.
which is really annoying because there have been a lot of weird Steam issues in terms of like their connectivity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could be that
So
too. Who knows?
good for Steam. It really sucks right now playing multiplayer games on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I haven't really heard a lot. I don't know if you guys have.
No, not
You
really.
know, you know what I did hear.
What?
You're gonna love this, Harrison.
Oh, tell
So,
me.
if you're playing World of Warcraft now,
Oh no.
until April 20th, everybody gets 100% XP boost,
What?
and that's their like incentive for people to just stay in and play. Is hey, you want to
That's
just
1
double your
month.
XP?
That's 1 month. Oh my god. Double
Jesus.
XP for a whole
Yeah,
month. Stay
just
in. That's
yeah.
I get it. That's actually smart. That's
Because we've
smart.
touched on it on our previous episode, but GOG had
Yeah.
their incentive to stay in, where here's a bunch of free games, and now Blizzard's
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be funny
Yeah.
if we're gonna see like EA or Ubisoft
Actually,
try and do something like that.
yeah, tying with that, like I noticed like even just being on the Switch more, I guess the cool part is like a lot of sales have been popping up more, especially for the weekend. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
here's a weekend sale.
Yeah.
It definitely
There's
keep you guys in.
there's a Ubisoft publisher sale right now.
yeah,
Oh
they
yeah,
did
yeah,
that.
yeah, there is. So it's just cool how that's the thing. Did you guys
Mhm.
also hear, speaking of GameStop, finally it was like, hey, we're not gonna let people into the store.
Was
They're
it
actually
all of them or is it only some of them?
I don't remember.
Because
I
I
just saw
remember in California they were forced to close specifically.
yeah.
I don't know if it's a nationwide.
Mm.
I don't remember either, but I think at least like I think it's like like after backlash, I think they're closing most of all of them. At least that's the push.
Okay, no, it looks like so California and Nevada have closed completely,
Hmm.
but most other GameStops you can just do pickup only. You can't just
That's
wander
what it
around
is.
the store.
Yes, that's what it
Yeah.
is.
I think
Yeah,
the big thing that stores are trying to do is just like not have you stay there for a long time. Like you just go and go
Yeah, they
out.
want you to just basically do pickup.
yeah. Which I mean, smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You hear
but
anything interesting, Ian?
Nah, I was trying to think. I was trying to look. I mean, Baldur's Gate 3 full gameplay world premiere. That was like 3 weeks ago though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, the first 10 minutes of Royale for Persona 5. That was 5 days ago.
Oh, just scrolling down, I see.
Yeah.
No, I think everything though is just kind of eclipsed by
Yeah.
like Corona.
Yeah. It's
So
kind of just man.
Everybody's gonna
coronavirus,
wait and
sorry.
see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially just stay in, play all the games you want. Said everyone else.
Yeah,
Catch
it's
up.
a great time to work on backlog.
You know, it
Yeah,
really
catch
is.
up. Catch up on your backlog.
It really is. It's hilarious. It's like, oh, okay, I guess it's okay to do this.
It's okay.
Finally. No, it's so funny because like my workplace is like, hey, I know we said till the end of next week to stay work from home. We're gonna extend that till the end of the month. I'm like, all right, cool.
Makes sense. Yeah. I don't think like for schools it's April 3rd is when
Mm,
they're like back in session. So I think
Yeah. And even then, I don't know if that's concrete or not.
yeah, I
yeah,
think
it
it's like
might get
tentative.
That's
extended.
just their tentative.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we'll see how long.
we'll see how long that
Yeah.
goes.
Well, it was a short pre-show, but it was a pre-show nonetheless.
No
We're going to
worries.
take a little break, but when we come back, we'll be on our main topic, which is talking about Let's Plays and streams. Stay tuned.
Be right back.
And welcome back, everybody. This is going to be the main show of the SuperBoss Podcast for today. Really, we're going to be talking about Let's Plays and streams because I think in the past couple of years, they've been, for a lot of people, the main way you enjoy video games. Either you don't have the time, you don't have the money, or even like you don't have the console to enjoy certain exclusives. Let's Plays and streams have become huge just as an industry. Like Twitch is huge. The Let's Play section on YouTube is huge. And I know all of us at least watch or listen to one of those type of things. Like
Mhm.
personally, I watch a lot of streams on Twitch, but I'm not really a Let's Play guy. And I think Ian is actually kind of the opposite, where Ian does watch Twitch, but it's mainly a Let's Play
Mhm.
type of situation. And Harrison kind of does a mix of both.
Yeah.
Starting with you, Ian, just like, what is it about Let's Plays that gets you going?
At what
How's it
gets you
make it feel?
How does it do you feel immersed when you see someone else play the video game?
going? It's it's kinda I think it's kind of changed over the years. I think I just, like, stumbled across Let's Plays, I think, when Minecraft was huge when I was in college,
Yeah.
and I just didn't and that led me into, like, other games and other areas for those Let's Players. And so I would, like, watch them play games that I had no money for. Um, and yeah, so I would basically just, like, I'd play League because it's free with you guys, and then I would watch, someone play something, and that's kinda how I would it's, that's how I'd get my fix. And then I think it became when I started having more money, I think it became more of a, I mean, it's just like watching TV for me. Like, I don't watch TV a whole lot at all, actually. So it became like that was my version of TV,
So,
I
do
would
you
just
think
chill and
now
watch.
do you tend to look for Let's Play personalities and you just like, their personality, their type of comedy, or do you still mainly watch
I
just to like see gameplay?
now it would be more I've continued to watch the people I do because of personality. So like
Mhm.
Jesse Cox, Day 9, what there's um Dodger, um back in the day, Total Biscuit. Um yeah, I would just it was the personalities that like kept me there, I think. So now that I can like purchase my own games and stuff,
Yeah.
it's just yeah, it's the entertainment value that a
Mm.
personality would bring. Um
Do you ever
yeah.
feel I don't know what's the right word or phrase.
Hmm.
Do you tend to enjoy the Let's Plays less when it's a game you don't know, or does it not really matter what the content is? Because for me personally,
Mhm.
I'm like I don't really like Let's Plays in the first place, and
Mm.
especially if they're playing a game I have no idea about,
Mhm.
it doesn't really interest me. Because with streams,
Oh,
I watch
really?
streams like related to games that
Uh-huh.
I know,
Oh.
and mainly it's because the host is usually funny or they're like very knowledgeable.
Mhm.
But I feel like and this is me not really knowing a lot about who the big Let's Play players are, but a lot of them I just can't really get interested in.
Hmm. Uh no, I'm the opposite. I look for games that I don't know a lot about, and that's how I find a lot of them.
Mm.
Especially a lot of like indie stuff. Like for an example, Jesse Cox was playing. Let's see, what is that game? Let me see here. It is called. Is it Luma? Luna. Yeah, the Shadow Dust. Luna the Shadow Dust. I had like never heard of it, and then he started playing it, and I was like, "Oh wow, I this looks really cool." And then now I'm interested in it, and I might get it. So a lot of it is now like advertisements for me for games, basically.
Mm.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
if it's a game that I already know about, I actually am uninterested because I'm like, oh, I've already played that, or like
Mhm.
I know what happens in the game, so I don't need to see that.
Okay. What about you, Harrison? Are you a big? Do you have a preference on either, or do you not really care as much?
So I don't. So starting off, I guess with streaming, I don't really watch just because of the kind of same or kind of same reason as you is like if it's a game I don't care about, I don't really watch
Gotcha.
for that because it's like yeah, I could watch the person for a while, but and if it and I guess it's just because of that I don't follow a lot of streamers as is, so I don't really have people that I'm like, okay, I'll just watch him for him. I get introduced mainly because of Ian. Actually, he'll be like, oh, this guy, he'll watch some of these, let or I guess like video YouTube videos. I'm like, oh, okay,
Mm.
that's pretty cool. But otherwise, yeah, I don't really seek out that. And then Let's Plays is it's my weird thing in that if I like a game, I don't really want to know too much about it. I kind of like going in blind, so I don't watch too many.
So you just kind of don't
I
watch
guess I just don't
either, do
watch, yeah.
you?
Yeah, and I guess the only reason why I know what's coming out or, like, I kinda follow certain things is, like, I listen to all my, like, podcasts and they, like, talk about certain,
Yeah.
like, new things coming out, like, oh like, they'll talk about it, and, like, because I can't see it, I'll just listen to them explain how the game works. Like, I think one was like, oh, they do a quick review on, like, Animal Crossing even, and I was, like, just listening to, like, how they play it, but I don't
Yeah.
watch them play it, so I guess it's kind of like different in that I don't really watch the gameplay, but I just like hearing how certain games are, like, how they play, what can you expect, what do they think. I guess I kind of care about how they think of the game, but I don't really want to know how the game is
Like
played.
about the actual
Yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, that's just me with spoilers in a sense. Like if you heard our other episode,
Yeah,
essentially I just
you're not a
yeah.
big fan.
No. It's just because it's like I get it. Like, if anything, I'll watch a review and just like they'll kind of give me a quick rundown of like how the game plays. But
Mm.
otherwise, I don't really need. I don't want to. I used to watch like, oh, here's the first 15 minutes because I want to really know how the game plays.
Mhm.
Maybe if it's a game I don't know about, sure. But now even then, like I'm like 15 minutes, I could just do something else. Like I used to watch all that, no problem. I used to like try to like watch all like the here's the first 15 minutes, here's like a quick demo of how this works, blah blah blah. But I think the last time I did that was probably Skyrim, now that I think about it.
Oh, so long
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, like, legit like, cause I remember playing that or watching that, but it was a while like, you know how, like, they did the whole, like, first run through and you get up to, like, the stat or the temple, put in the claw,
Yeah,
blah, blah, all
Forbidden
that.
Claw.
Yeah, but essentially, I forgot about how that worked, so when I played the game, I was like, "Wait, how do you do this?" And my brother was like, "Just put in the claw." I was like, "Oh, yeah, from the demo." But otherwise, it's like I kinda like going in blind now, so I kind of enjoy that a little
Yeah.
bit more.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess looking back on it, partly why I'm not a big Let's Play person is I've always just been a relatively, I guess, active viewer on Twitch. I don't know how a Twitchy,
Mhm.
but most of the people I watch on Twitch don't really put a lot of their content on YouTube anyway.
Yeah.
And those that do highlights, and highlights are just not as interesting to me as full playthroughs.
Mhm.
Um, because a lot of the streamers I watch are variety, and so that's where I get a lot of my that's where I find a lot of other games I wouldn't normally look at because I'm really bad about finding new games.
Mhm.
But I watch them on Twitch, and I guess maybe it's just because I'm on Twitch more than YouTube is why I don't really like Let's Plays.
Mhm.
But there's just something about I think most of I'm not gonna it'll sound like a critiquing, but I'm just gonna talk about the Let's Play players you like to watch.
Mhm.
Um, a lot of them, like barring Day 9, because he's really smart, but he's really stupid. Um, I feel like a lot of Let's Play players tend to play up, I guess, more. They're trying to like play up the game or maybe make it seem more fun or more funny than Twitch streamers, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just I don't watch. I watch maybe 6 or 7 people on Twitch, so maybe I'm being bad, but to me, it seems like Let's Plays seem more goofy than actually showing off the game. I don't know if you
Mm.
have, like, a different opinion on that or if you agree or disagree.
Um, the people that I watch, not really. I mean, there are like some specific channels centered around that. Like, there's what's his name? The Spiffing Brit, like his whole shtick that he made his entire channel off of is how can I like find a completely broken thing in this game that I can exploit.
Yeah, you mentioned that to me before.
But like that's just one small channel. I watch like the Weekend Warriors. It's a little bit of just random let's plays, but it's a lot of like let's delve into this fighting game and see how the systems in this fighting game work. Let's explore these characters in
Yeah.
these fighting games. And so it's all about Brett Bayonne teaching a or not necessarily teaching, but like reintroducing fighting games to one of his friends, Greg. And so it's like a duo channel
Okay.
with Greg and Brett. Then there's like Day 9 talks he gets, like, super into things, like, into magic. He'll, like, explain what he's doing, and he's,
Yeah,
like,
he's a
very
very
serious about it.
analytical person, so that makes sense for him.
Yeah. Let's see, who else do I watch here? So, yeah, I mean, and you're gonna have, like I think and I think I kinda watch I think the channels that I watch a lot of are more, I wanna say, like, fringe popularity.
Okay.
They're not like the main gaming channels that you would necessarily come across. Like you have your Markiplier and Jacksepticeye,
Mm-mm. Yeah.
and those are the people that are like their personality is their entire driving force, I think,
Yeah, I agree
for
with
their
that.
channel. And so yeah, they're definitely gonna like play it up and make it entertaining. Whereas I kind of watch a lot of ones that are introducing games or the exploring the game itself.
Yeah, like delving into mechanics.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so yeah, I mean, I don't think you're wrong. I think I think there are a lot of different kinds of Let's Plays that are out there, and I
Okay.
think a lot of the popular ones are just the like comedy centric. Where
Yeah. I was just gonna say, like, moving away from kind of how we feel about our personal opinion.
Mhm.
Um, like I know with Twitch, it's becoming, especially with the introduction of the just chatting section where it's just people basically just vlogging themselves.
Right.
Um,
Mhm.
I'm curious to hear what you guys think of maybe how this part of entertainment moves forward. Do you think it will become even more mainstream? Do you think it'll supersede certain points? Like, I know we don't really watch TV, but I know Harrison kept up with a lot of Netflix shows
Yeah.
and a lot of the superhero show, like a lot of the DC shows.
Yeah.
Do you think at some point these kind of content creation sections, do you think they'll ever match that point, or do you think it's still going to be a relatively fringe entertainment?
I think I think later on it will become a big thing only because like I think of it as in terms of like how like I'd say like my parents for instance they used to follow like celebrities all the time, right?
Yeah,
For us that's kind of like we're like in that middle ground at this point, like we know maybe some like actors but then now we also know like internet personalities.
yeah,
I think for the younger generation it's going to shift to that.
Mm.
So
Like
I
all
think
yeah. Well,
influencers.
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
we're already seeing it with esports because
right, yeah,
esports is making like huge leaps and bounds, like huge investors. I know you can sometimes find matches on ESPN and like ESPN 3 or something, but
mhm. Yeah, I think
yeah, I wonder
yeah,
if there's yeah. You mentioned just like just straight up internet celebrities are I guess are becoming a
because like
bigger figurehead.
I guess because speaking with that like section of Twitch, I think it's more than just gamers at this point, right? Like I know some other like other people end up using that as well because I know like more people are using Twitch for like non-game reasons I've noticed at this
Yeah,
point, and I mean I think that's just
which
on the rise of
that's where
like
the just chatting comes from because I
yeah,
know
yeah,
musicians will pop up on Twitch and they'll
right,
hang out for a while.
There's like drawing now, musicians,
Mhm.
crafts.
Yeah, the arts and crafts are always really cool.
yeah. So if anything, it's just adding more exposure, and I think later on it'll shift to maybe it'll become less fringe because of that, because with the generation they just become used to it, right? So they'll be like, oh, this is how we grew up, and this is how I know this person. I think like with us, like at least for me, I know back like I followed more YouTubers at the time, so I knew more about YouTubers than celebrities. But now it's like kind of shifting to like now some of those YouTubers are now becoming like TV producers and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
like, oh, I know
becoming
this.
their own type of
Yeah,
celebrities.
yeah, it's like their own types. I'm like, oh yeah, I know this guy. And my parents are like, wait, who's that? I'm like, oh, he's from YouTube, started out like this, blah blah blah. And I just explain. I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I know how. Yeah, I mean,
So there's some like points where the worlds kind of cross, like
yeah,
fucking YouTuber Will Smith and
Yeah,
Jack Black has his own YouTube channel. Like
yeah,
you
they're
had
like it's a weird back and forth for both of those.
yeah.
yeah,
And even like you hear about how like this is like old news, of course, but it's like how like Drake would get online and play Fortnite. It's like
Mhm.
starting to cross over with that, and now people are like just watching that. And then even like I
or even
know
Terry Crews,
even
like
Terry Crews,
he
yeah,
would pop up in there.
yeah.
Mm.
So
Wow.
it's just really, I think there's a shift, and it's just really cool to see. Um, and that's just my prediction is that it will just shift over that direction most likely, because a lot of people, and this honestly at this point we're even testing in that. I know like a lot of people are, because they're at home, they're probably watching more people stream or just doing all that because they want that social interaction, just because they can't get it right now going out.
Yeah,
At least that's
yeah. I guess I never really thought about that. Just
yeah.
I guess a big proponent of Twitch and YouTube is the interaction. Like, it's
Mhm.
not just the content. You can have fans of that specific
Mhm.
person, whereas I guess in certain TV shows, you're more of just a fan of the show as
Right.
overall instead of
Yeah.
certain actors or actresses.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I know like that, I think that's the main thing. That at least that's the, to me that's the plus side of Twitch. Even like that's people watch. I think that's one thing is that if for me I'd watch for the person, but I think it'd be cool to like just interact. But I'm not into that. You know, if you know what I mean. Like I don't need to like be in the chat room talking to other people, doing all that.
Mm.
I just kind of watch. I know for others, there's that's like a whole another thing that
You
they
don't need
love doing
someone to
that.
say your username, and like,
Yeah.
oh, endorphin rush.
Yeah. It's like, oh, he noticed me, literally. So I mean, and that's I mean, that's the fun part to watch. I know some people are they're super down with it. I mean, that's why the communities build up with stream like with Twitch streamers and all that. So I mean, yeah, I think it's just hard for me to like get used to that just because I'm not really I'm not super into like going into chat rooms and like doing all that stuff.
Mm.
That's probably just me.
I think there's a surprising amount of lurkers.
No, definitely. Oh yeah.
I never interact on
Yeah.
like YouTube comments or chat rooms. I don't
Yeah.
go in there, but like I'll watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only time I type in Twitch chat is when there's just a giant copy pasta train going. But I'm
You
99%. I just
you
watch and lurk.
degenerate.
Yeah, I just
You
watching and
absolute
lurking.
Yeah.
mad lad.
Even then, yeah, I think yeah, just lurking essentially like
Which yeah, I mean, like you're still enjoying the content. It's just
mhm.
you don't
Mhm.
have to. You're not actively adding to the content.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, for the first time in a while, I will say like when TFT came out, I started watching more streamers for TFT just to watch them
Yeah,
play. Like that's when
Mhm.
actually I was like, wow, I'm using Twitch way more now.
yeah, just to like see
Yeah. Like watching
how everybody's
Toast,
playing and
Gara. Yeah, yeah,
losing
just see how everyone plays.
dramatically.
Yeah.
And how shit they are sometimes.
Get tips and tricks.
Tips and tricks. But no, yeah, I think it's a really cool trend right now. It's just it was really weird to hear like, but it's also kind of obvious like when I went to my social media class. It's that's fun. But we were
I was
talking
I
about
was
like
gonna ask.
mhm.
Keep going. I'm gonna ask you a question after that.
No, yeah. So like we were talking about like platforms and it's like, oh, who uses Twitch? Only me and like maybe two other people raised their hands. And I'm like, all right, so the population is still very low. Like probably for the general public.
Yeah, were those
Mm.
two people around your age, or were
Yeah,
they?
yeah,
Okay.
they were around my age, and you could tell, like, it's the quote unquote. You look at them, you're like, "Oh, you're a gamer." You can actually
Yeah,
see it.
I was gonna ask. Since
Mhm,
I know you probably have the most coworkers at your job,
mhm.
do you see people you wouldn't expect talking about Twitch or YouTube or Let's Plays or anything like that, or is it mainly just people you know are more on the nerdy side of things?
There have been a couple that were like super random, but it's really funny how to use Twitch. Like for instance, like World Cup's going on. they all watch Twitch because someone's streaming it,
Yeah.
and they're like streaming it for everyone else to watch.
Oh, wild.
Yeah. Or like one person I know, he was super into Dragon Ball. When Super One came out, he would actually sit there
And
and
watch
like
when
watch.
someone else was streaming it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not my coworker, but I heard someone. It wasn't coworker. It was someone else talking
Yeah.
about it. I'm like, it's just really fun to hear how certain people use Twitch. I'm just like, wow, this is weird. But in reality,
it is like a relatively versatile
Yeah.
tool.
Yeah. I
If
just
you can
like,
kind of like skirt the lines of terms.
yeah,
of
that's what I was gonna say. Like, is like sometimes when they say it, I'm like, is that okay? But I guess, sure. But I think some people like YouTube does that now too. It's like, oh, YouTube Live, like people can like stream certain things as well. So it's
Yeah.
not, but that's like
Mhm.
expected with YouTube, right? With Twitch, it's kind of different to me.
But yeah.
Yeah.
What
So,
about you, Ian? Do you ever hear people you wouldn't expect talk about YouTube or Twitch?
Not really. No. I also don't
Oh.
talk to a lot of people, so I just want them all to fuck off. I'm just kidding.
No, you're not. You
No,
mean it.
there's been a couple that I've been like, oh, really cool. That's awesome.
I would say because you're work. I would say it's due to this whole like social distancing. Are you thriving?
Dude,
With
oh
that?
my god, I've never. I love it.
I don't
Like,
mean to go back to that.
I wish I got to stay home from work. I can't, but holy shit, it's great. I want to hermit so bad.
I guess going like
Um,
with that, it's also interesting to see because I know some people like I'd see on their Snapchat. Sometimes they're just like, all right, I'm just gonna watch the stream of people DJing.
oh
Of
It's,
just,
yeah,
it's
oh yeah, just
just
like
for
yeah, I saw
something
that.
to do.
yeah,
Like
and
so
I'm
they
like,
can see other people.
yeah, and I was like, all right, cool, this is the
Yeah.
thing.
There's a lot of like, or I don't know if it's a lot, but I've seen a few musicians on YouTube or like
Mhm.
will DJ their streams and stuff.
Yeah, they're
Especially
just
like in that kind of industry, since they can't really go to shows.
Yeah.
It's still a way to still interact with fans.
Mhm.
yeah.
I've
So
seen a lot of people on my like social media stuff saying like, "Oh, since I'm closed in here, I guess I'm gonna like start streaming or something."
Yeah, just for
Yeah.
something to
Interesting.
do.
yeah, and then like invite your friends in just so that you guys can talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, for us, I think we just Discord. Thinking about it,
Yeah, yeah. I think
that's
that's
like our
our.
social interaction.
Well, it's one of our friends had to set up a Discord for his parents and their friends because they didn't understand
Yeah,
how to make
Oh,
it. They
that's
did
just
do
right.
knew
that.
that Discord. Oh, you can talk to your friends online, and he set it up for them.
And then they play Jackbox, I think.
I wouldn't be surprised if his parents and their friends randomly would get into Twitch,
Oh, dude, I believe it.
which
Yeah.
would be funny.
At this rate, I believe anything with
I
that
see
family.
that.
I could see that. I think that was really. I think that's really cool, though. Like, I mean, that's with Discord, but I'm sure like other people can like Twitch stream certain things too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's what some. I think before Discord, a lot of people just use Twitch like for Jackbox. Even it's like, oh, you just
Yeah.
play it like with a live audience, and this is how you do it,
Mm-hmm.
which is really cool in itself.
For real.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about all I got. I don't know if you guys have any more closing thoughts about Twitch or YouTube, but I'm all out.
I mean, Ian, you say you essentially just get your recommendations through Twitch for sure, or is it just kind of
What do you mean?
like is this how you hear about games? Because I know with me it's podcasting.
Not Twitch. YouTube.
YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the
That's
same for you?
where I hear a lot about like different games. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
And what you
yeah, because I only get whenever it's a big reveal, like if it's E3, PAX, South by Southwest,
Oh, I guess that's true too.
Yeah.
I forgot about
or
that.
like I check the games subreddit a lot, and that's where I see a lot of announcements. But most of my like news is just text news. I don't listen to people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't listen to gaming podcasts besides ours,
Yeah.
and I don't really watch YouTube videos.
Yeah.
So
Do you guys like watch the streams for like you know with E3 and like Xbox and all like when they reveal their stuff? Do you watch the streams, or do you just kind of
Sometimes.
wait till the TLDR comes out? Just curious.
I
I
do. I
think
do a little both.
yeah, I've done both. Mainly, I just watch recaps
Recaps. Yeah.
because recently with when E3 happens, I'm at work,
Oh, that's
and
true.
so I didn't have time.
Yeah. Yeah, I just
Um,
happened to be working from home that day, and I'm like, "Oh, I'll just have it up, and I'll just listen."
yeah,
Actually, I still have it up at work too. If I'm at work, I'll have it, like, playing on my phone, and I'll
and I
just
guess
have
that's
headphones in.
another big thing is that with Twitch and YouTube, if you miss an event, you can just watch it later, and you
Watch the
don't miss
recording,
anything.
yeah.
Because like when we were younger, E3 was in the summer, and if you
Yeah,
woke up early enough, you could watch it. But if you missed it, you just had
yeah.
to wait and figure out what everybody else knew.
You just kinda go on the internet, see what some articles are talking about. It's, "Oh, this was the thing." But I know for me, at least now that I think about it, that's how I watch streams sometimes. So I was like, "Oh, this is, like, streaming live. Here's a press conference for this." So I'll watch that kinda stuff. But it's only I like, in the background, I'm not, like, having full attention on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like if it's a big reveal or a big conference,
Mhm.
I'll pop in and out, but it's not taking up my full attention.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's like thinking about it more. I was just like, yeah, that's how I watch streams. The more I think about it. So yeah, I don't really follow anyone else.
Yeah, I think we can go and just wrap it up.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, this.
Well, thank you for listening, everybody. Stay safe, I guess. Keep watching. Support your YouTube creators. Support your Twitch creators. Let them know you support them.
Could follow us on Facebook and Twitter
Yeah,
and
check us out on
Instagram.
Facebook. We're SuperBoss Podcast.
Yeah, and I mean, if right now we're still trying to figure out how to get feedback, so still
Yeah,
debating on
the
that.
best way to find out when we have new episodes is following us on Facebook. So check it
Yeah,
out.
so far, yeah.
We'll be signing off. I'm Luke, and then Ian and Harrison are also with me. We will see you guys next time. Thank you for listening.
Peace.
Bye bye.